So I'm back again. Um, this one is about chosen one. I'm gonna hate to bust you guys' balls and bust your bubbles. There ain't no chosen one. There isn't a man in the sky that sits there and say, "You are chosen." That's not how it goes. That's not how this works. God doesn't show favoritism in that kind of way. He doesn't choose to wake up this person at one time and this person. That's not how it goes. How it goes is this: you decide whether you are going to go after the kingdom of heaven. There isn't nobody that's saying, hey, you are chosen or you are chosen. The person, the individual, have to make up their mind whether they're brought to that um, decisions by the furnaces of affliction. Um, I'll teach transgressors their ways, so they'll come back to me or whatever. It doesn't matter how, but you have to make that choice. This is why it says, seek the kingdom of heaven. Seek. Seek and you will find. That's what it's talking about. When it's talking about seeking, it's talking about the kingdom. You know what I mean? You have to seek. And everybody is always, is always is always Jesus is always at the door knocking on everybody's door, and it's up to you to decide to open it up and have him come dine with you. You know what I mean? But that's your choice. There isn't no guy in the sky with a white beard and a blue eyes saying, "Oh, the chosen one." That's just not how this goes. And people need to realize this. And you have dominion. You have decisions, you have choices, and you must make them. And some people choose to go after the things of Caesar. Some people choose to go after the kingdom of heaven. But just know that once you do make the choice to go after the kingdom of heaven, why a lot of people don't make that choice is because they have to go through tribulations. So that's another thing I want to talk about. Not everything is, when you're going after the kingdom of heaven, not everything is you pushed out. Um, versus those that are underneath the law. Those who are underneath the law and don't give a crap about going after the kingdom of heaven, or don't give a crap about their spirituality, just care about the things of Caesar. Those are the people that everything is them pushed out. You understand? But when you're going after the kingdom of heaven, there are certain tribulations that are directed your ways for you to root out and for you to become causal. That's the whole point of it. For you to become causal. That's all the kingdom of heaven is adapting the mindset that you are causal, that you are the creator. That's beautiful. And what's the best thing you could get in the world? To be close to God? Yeah. No, how about becoming God? God gives you himself, and that is the best gift you could get in the world. Yeah? It's a good thing. Um the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. It starts off slow and then it goes faster. It starts off small, then it grows big into a tree that birds perches and you could share amongst other. Your powers starts from little beanie to big. You understand, to absolute. But just because you have the kingdom of heaven doesn't mean that you don't go through tribulations. Um, After getting the kingdom of heaven, it's important to know that not hardship doesn't cease. Um, the laws are still applicable to you and still happens to you. You have to experience the opposite of what you want before you get what you want. But the thing is once you have the kingdom of heaven, you know that all you have to do is persist and stay true to what you want, and it will materialize. You understand? And That's the thing. Once you have the kingdom of heaven, or got the kingdom of heaven, or experienced the kingdom of heaven, you never go back, because you know that all you have to do is just endure, and all you have to do is persist, and keep your mind on the goal, and it will materialize regardless of what the 3D world shows you. So there is no chosen one, my friends. I believe that Neville kind of misspoken, and this is what something that I disagree with him. He said grace is not earned. Well, he's terribly wrong. It is earned. If you read Revelation, it's all earned. It says to those who overcome, to, to those whose success, to those who succeed, this I have for you. That's not my words. I'm going against Neville. That's the biblical words. That's in Revelations, and this is why I love Revelations, because it stands out to those people who are going after kingdom of heaven. It is earned. You have to earn it. You don't earn it from anybody. You earn it from the you have to prove to the awakened awareness in you that you are a changed person, and that you don't fall for all this booty BS. In a way, it's kind of like this. How can you? A lot of you guys want to be God, but you guys don't want to be causal. How is that? How is God not causal? How can you say, "Oh, the reason why I didn't get this is because of that"? No, that's not how God talks. God takes responsibility for everything. I do all the bad. I do all the good. I do all things. You understand? So you have to be causal, and it's not given to you. That's what Neville preaches, and he's wrong. I'm sorry, he's wrong for this. It's not something that's given to you. It's something that is earned from you, by you, and you have to prove. You have to be a witness upon yourself, in a witness, showing the awakened, the bigger you within you, that you changed. Because remember, there's always an awareness watching everything you do. It's omnipresent, it's omni everything, and it's just it hears everything. The subconscious is just always present, and the conscious is what experiences. The subconscious is what maintains the solidarity of everything. It makes things seem solid. It makes things seem fast. It makes sad. It's what gives expression, but the conscious is what experiences, and that's the only job of the conscious, is to experience and to make decisions. You have to become causal. This is not what Neville called grace. That grace is not something that's given to you. It's something that's earned. And you hear this in Revelations. No man, there's a smoke upon that cloud, and on the throne, and no man is able to sit on that throne until the 7 vials are poured out and prove himself worthy to the inner being. So this is not something that there's a man in the sky saying, okay, he's worthy, he's chosen. No, you have to choose yourself and say, you know what, I'm sick of all this. I'm sick of not being in control. I'm sick of falling prey to reality. I'm sick of being a victim. And then you have to start becoming the cause. So that's very important for us to understand, and you should understand it. And you want to go after the kingdom of heaven, because once you have that, you have it all. You have it all. The cows on the hills are mine. You understand? I don't have to ask you when I'm hungry. No, I kill, slay, and eat. That's a Bible verse. That's what happens when you're in the kingdom. You don't ask anybody for anything. You assume, persist, and it materializes. You don't have to ask anybody. You don't have to wait on anybody to give you anything. No.